hair.
Can I please
Let her
intro?
let her touch your beard.
Oh my God, Heather, fine, you can do whatever you want to me after the podcast.
God
Louis,
damn it.
Do you want me?
Weird. Faggot.
I've been recording this whole time.
I need to document that.
Go for it, Louis, doing it for you.
Brawny's not gonna remember.
Can I intro the podcast now, or is this the intro?
This is the intro.
Brawny, drum roll, please.
that's as close as you're gonna get.
I'm not gonna use that. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to another disappointing podcast. It's your host Louis. We're gonna be talking about the My Little Pony movie. Yay!
Yay!
I have so many guests today. Terrible guests. Save me! I've been captured.
I'm not keeping you here. Go away then.
My captures are Sweetie Bloom, Heather Blossom.
Hello, my little subjects. Heather Blossom here, ready to make your day better because everyone else here sucks. I'm sorry. I didn't mean you.
Fluttercord 45.
Hey.
And Brawny Buck.
I don't know how you think I could have possibly captured you. In order to pick you up anywhere, I would have needed a forklift.
You get it because you're fat.
I think you could have done it easily. The shine off your head really blinds me.
What?
It would be
I also
It's a
don't
ball
know-
joke.
I also don't know why you think I would keep you. You're way too much of a deficit on my food budget.
Because you're...
This is true friendship, people.
very true.
All right, come on. I want to talk about the shipping and the furries.
We're not talking about that yet. Okay.
Yes,
Sauce?
we will.
We're gonna do this properly, but not properly. You know.
A couple
Properly,
weeks ago, Louis tried to imitate a Mexican jumping bean and caused an earthquake.
Yeah! Get it? Because you're fat!
Brawny's gonna get all his material in. I mean, shit.
I think 200 people died there.
Yeah, and it's all your fault. You just had to get the trampoline, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm done with all that. Now that that's out of the way, My Little Pony movie. I just got done watching it. I just
Really?
got back from the meetup. Yeah, the Central Florida Bronies were having a meetup that I helped organize. So we went out there to the Disney Springs AMC and watched the movie, and it was a great time. Everybody was on their best behavior in the theater. Some new faces there. Made some new friends. Got to see some old ones that I haven't seen in a while. And really enjoyed the movie. How about you guys? How'd you think of it?
I really liked it.
I kind of thought it was just okay. There was something more I wanted to see that I can't quite put my finger on.
Shipping?
Shipping some of it, but I'm kind of disappointed that I only really liked 2 songs out of it, and that the typical plot stuff that I'm sure we'll get into later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say for me, I'd say the songs were like hit and miss. Like some I loved, some I was like meh. The plot was kind of meh, but oh my gosh, the animation was gorgeous.
It was wonderful just to look at.
I know.
I'm glad I saw it twice because, well, not only because the first time I took kids to see it, so that's only so great it can get. The second time I got to watch it the whole way through with no interruption, so. I mean, just looking at it is always great.
Yeah.
I need to make that face that Twilight made when Spike told her to smile towards the beginning. I need to make that my display picture for everything.
Yeah, I will draw your character making that face. Like,
I don't want it to be my character.
No, you're going
Twilight.
to make that face by the end of this week because maybe, I don't know if I'll get to it, but I want you to make that face because that's you trying to have a good time with everyone, but you're not having a good time because everything we're doing is just a bad idea.
So
You're trying.
So the average Wednesday evening then.
Pretty
Is
much.
it Wednesday? Wednesday I have school, so I can't possibly be there.
Wouldn't
You're a
it
liar.
be Sunday?
It was, oh.
Sunday, getting pissed off with all of my friends.
Yay.
Sunday,
Hooray.
Sunday. The time where I get so tired I want to pass out.
Yeah.
I need
So,
a new
Louis-
desktop wallpaper.
Should I remind you guys that this is being recorded?
Yeah. It is.
So
It's
Louis.
going swell right now. The only reason it's going swell is because Ronnie decided to scold me for the first minute of this recording.
Yes.
And then you guys scolded me before this thing even happened. So I feel
'Cause you're poor.
great. You
you
know,
could
Really
try
excited for
you
the
could
dead.
try throwing some of that shade back, Louis.
I don't have any material right now.
Since when do you not have any material? You and I used to go back and forth on each other for hours on end.
Because all my material is the same, and so is yours. We have nothing new, Brawny.
I come up with new stuff. It's all just rooted in the same thing.
There's nothing new. There's nothing special about it anymore. Let's just talk about the movie. maybe I should re-intro this.
You
Really,
guys are
shit.
sounding like a married couple talking about your dried up sex life. Like,
Oh, look, guys, just can't get that into me right now. Dragging is like sexy material.
Okay,
We're not in
you
the
know,
headspace for
okay.
this.
You know what?
Okay.
I should draw that now.
You know
Yes.
what? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and re-intro.
special anymore.
I'm gonna re-intro this whole thing. It's been a disaster for the first couple minutes.
A comic for that.
I really just want to know at this point what Louis thinks of the movie.
Can I re-intro this? I don't think I want to use any of this.
No, come on. You've got to use all of it.
I don't want to use any of this.
All of it. Do not take a single bit out. Start from the moment that Brawny tells Heather that she can do anything she wants to him.
Okay, can I just put that like in a separate video for just goofs and gaffs?
No, this all has to be involved.
Gosh darn it, just let him do it.
This is the whole experience.
All right,
Oh, this is-
go ahead and re-intro it, Louis.
God,
Oh.
Oh.
why? Why do you want to keep this in the podcast? It's a stupid,
Because it's
pointless.
hilarious. Just because it's at your expense doesn't mean it's not entertaining.
I said I'll post it, but not for the podcast.
Well, it's a disappointing podcast. You gotta live up to the name.
Shit, she's right.
I win.
Okay.
Now, what did you think about the movie?
What did I think about the movie? Oh boy, I think it was actually kind of good. I love the animation, but that was just from the start, from the trailer. The animation was going to obviously look great. The story obviously bland. It's just My Little Pony movie, but I wasn't expecting to go in there for like a great freaking epic. I was just going there to have a nice fun time with my pony friends and have a laugh, have a sadness, have a goof and a gaff, and I got that from this movie, and I liked it.
Yeah, someone died, so that was cool.
Yeah,
was-
brutally, by the way. Oh my goodness.
Someone did die in this
That was
movie.
dark.
When I saw that, I'm like, I went to go I turned to freaking Donut, and I was like, this isn't a My Little Pony movie.
I know, right?
Well,
I
don't
was
forget
like, damn.
they blew up Sombra.
No one cares about Sombra.
Yeah,
No
but
one cares about
it
Sombra.
wasn't
How
as
dare you?
it wasn't as impactful as watching him as he was
We
turned
saw
into
Sombra.
stone.
Like, Storm
And then
King actually talked
broke it.
and had a personality. Sombra got to be alive for like 3 minutes, and then he died. I had no connection to that. Storm King, I kind of wanted to die because he seemed like an idiot.
Sombra had presence throughout the whole.
Stairs. He had stairs.
Yeah, but
Storm
that's the
King
thing.
was just-
Sombra was sort of never really fully alive, so you didn't feel as bad when he done blewed up.
He was a
Yes.
So
ghost.
he was sort of somewhere between alive and like a vaporous mass.
Storm
This was like
King-
an actually living being with its heart beating that got body parts are just smashed everywhere.
And they played volleyball with his head in the end credits. I don't know if anybody
That
else saw that.
that wasn't
Oh
actually.
my god,
that,
I didn't see that. What?
that wasn't it.
I didn't see that either. Dang, I
oh,
saw
no,
it twice.
And they also made a piñata out of his head too, but that was an actual piñata and not his actual head. But what the point I'm getting at here is the Storm King was just Hades from Disney's Hercules.
Oh, I
Only
like,
worse.
but Hades is better.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Hades.
he wasn't Hades from.
And even though I
Hercules.
hate the movie Hercules, Disney's Hercules, I agree. Hades was better, mostly because Hades was smarter. This guy was. I don't know how this guy came to power, and that kind of bothers me. With Sombra, I was able to figure it out, and it was really cool. This guy has no powers, and somehow has all of this influence, and was able to convince Tempest to join him on his quest, and he didn't have any powers until he got that staff, and then after that he just bumbled around with it like an idiot. Tempest,
Yeah.
on the other hand, was so cool.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Of course, I don't
Like-
know why she needed her horn fixed. She could clearly operate just fine without it.
But did you
Well,
see the way
I
it
think
worked?
the idea
I'm
that-
sure there's like drawbacks to having a broken horn and using magic.
I
as you
think
could
it's like
see.
she can't fully control it. I think is her problem, and she probably is convinced that her magic would be more powerful if she had an intact horn. That seemed to be her whole mantra. Like, they'll see what I can do, sort of as if she expected to have more power when she had an intact horn.
Now her
Honestly-
character is somewhere in between Starlight Glimmer and me, and that's just not a good combination.
So you don't like the
That's
character
what I'm saying.
because it's kind of like you. Isn't that the whole point of characters, is to relate to them?
I liked Tempest. I just didn't understand the whole horn thing, and maybe it's because I just saw the movie an hour ago,
Sure.
and it's all still sinking in. But so maybe I'll figure it out. But
I think in the end she's racist.
Again,
Is she?
I mean, let's sort of think about it. The only reason she was upset she didn't have a horn is because she was raised in entirely unicorn society, and apparently was just not chill with the idea of living as an earth pony.
No, she's
Well-
not. But she wouldn't be a true Earth Pony either. She wouldn't have Earth Pony strength. Her body is still a unicorn. She's just
Yeah,
a
but still.
broken one. Honestly, I was kind of surprised. I thought she was going to portray the Storm King and take the power for herself. Why did she even hand? She could probably
That was weird.
herself. Get the staff yourself and fix yourself. Don't give it to him. You can obviously see that he's an idiot. Just get the staff.
I was thinking it was gonna lead to that. It seemed like she was gonna
It
betray him anyways. But
There was a weird setup with that because, like, she didn't seem to imply that she was going to betray him, but there was a moment where she's like, and then everyone will see what I can do, and then the Storm King comes in and is like, oh yeah, what's that supposed to mean? And then the little chubby thing is all like, oh, she clearly means your bidding. And it was like they were trying to set up that she had this plan to overthrow him once she had her power, but they neither set that up beforehand nor delivered on that afterwards. It was just like a certain moment where they were like, oh, obviously she only wants to do your bidding. That was weird. It was like there was a whole side plot that they forgot that they cut.
So
whatever.
let's
It was just
rewind-
bad
let's
spell
rewind a little
service.
bit. If we remember this particular exchange, so just stick to the plan and follow my lead. Or my lead. My lead.
Yeah, it's that same sort
Oh,
of thing
yeah.
of like great setup. Too bad that doesn't go anywhere.
Mhm.
Except that in this case, in the movie, it wasn't really a setup so much as almost like the middle of something that they forgot to set up and forgot to resolve.
You know, it was a
There's
really
the middle bit of like, oh, obviously she only wants to do your bidding.
you know, it's a
Well,
really
okay.
shitty payoff. The gosh dang hippogriffs. Those were disappointing. Both getting to there,
but-
seeing them, and leaving
No.
them. Nothing
Screw
was great
you,
about
Kristen
that.
Chenoweth is awesome.
She is awesome, but they should have given her a better role. The hippogriffs were pointless, were terrible, and I don't see why they were supposed to be in this movie at all.
has Kristen Chenoweth, and she's.
I think we
she's
should have
awesome.
gone to the actual Queen of the Hippos. That might have actually helped.
Well, she showed up in the credits, which was hilarious.
And she looked strong. She could have helped out.
Hippos are dangerous, man.
Why does Luna even know about the
Exactly.
hippogriffs?
Huh? Well,
Why
Luna
does
didn't.
Celestia
Apparently,
even
only
know?
Celestia did.
Yeah, but like, why even go to them? Why did she think they were gonna help her?
They probably knew something that they I don't know.
Well, they had an additional source of magic. There were more of them in numbers, and she probably didn't know that they had turned themselves into fish.
Well, that plus they had experience with the Storm King, so it's possible that she's like, Storm King, isn't that what those hippos had a problem with? Go to the hippos. The hippocampi? No, we're not smart enough to use that term.
Now, we said a second ago that the thing with Tempest showing everybody what she could really do was never resolved, but what about that bit at the end when she goes, here, let me show you what I can really do, and then she makes the fireworks?
No.
I
That
don't-
was resolved. That was resolved. What I mean is that there was sort of a implied betrayal thing. She's like, oh, they'll see what I can do. And the Storm King comes in and interprets that, or at least half interprets that she means to betray him. And then the chubby thing is all like, no.
Yeah, the
Do you not
gerbil.
know his
No.
name?
Rubber.
I don't,
No.
I
Grubbler.
don't give a damn
When-
because he was the worst part of the movie. I'm sorry.
When-
I hate,
But Michael
he was
Peta's the
not
best.
Funny. No, he was never funny, and every time he spoke, I'm like, be a deer and shut up.
I know, like, isn't funny. I think the only useful thing he did was find that map that led to where they were gonna go. That was the only thing he did.
So, no, but I think what they were doing is that they had meant it to be that implication that it looks like she's going to betray them, but maybe she just really wanted to show off her talent in full now that once she had it back. So we were meant to think that she was doing that, but really she was doing something else, and that's what we saw at the end of the movie.
Well,
No,
I don't
no.
know. I don't know.
I'm
about
not
that.
buying that.
What did you guys think about her real name?
It was the most ponyrific, sugary sweet. Holy! No wonder you changed your name, you poor darling.
It actually.
Very twist.
Pony-
I'm sad I didn't come up with a cool name like that for my OC.
I think it was just a pony name generator that the staff just put in.
Like,
That reminds
Hop,
me.
I get, and then but the berry twist. I'm like, that's wow. I mean, that's
Obviously,
four
her family
names.
was into candy.
It is a 4-named pony. That is ridiculous.
That reminds me of a really good fan fiction I read back in 2013.
Let's not get into fan fiction.
No.
I like to hear this.
It was the same. It was pretty much the same thing though, where there was this really big bad unicorn mare. No, it was a Pegasus mare villain. It was a pirate just giving everybody so much trouble. The story was called Dual Nature, and everybody will fear the dread pirate Gumdrop Giggles, and between that and then it happening again in the movie, I literally fell on the floor laughing. Like, I was not ready for that. But I could not be happier that it happened.
Jesus.
Pinkie Pie was surprisingly funny in this movie. I was very pleasantly surprised at how many times I laughed at Pinkie Pie's antics.
And on the other side of the Andrea Libman spectrum, Fluttershy didn't really do anything.
She didn't do crap. Neither Fluttershy nor Applejack, and that sort of
Yeah,
annoyed me.
Fluttershy didn't even fly. No,
She
wait,
never
Fluttershy did one
flew
thing in
once.
the final encounter. She made a guy talk about his feelings and he cried.
And he cried.
And
That
that,
was
was
a
the best
funny-
ever.
Our kindness.
She never flied once, and it really sort of annoyed me a little bit that every other pony except for Fluttershy and Applejack has someone that's like, oh, I made a friend and they helped us out later. Like Rarity made friends with the cat and he came back, and Rainbow Dash made friends with the pirates and they came back, and Pinkie Pie made friends with Kristen Chenoweth and she came back. And then it's like Applejack and Fluttershy are just like, yeah.
But
I don't know,
Applejack
makes a
threw
lot of
some
sense.
fists. Applejack threw some fists at the end there, so that was okay.
Oh yes.
Applejack talked a lot of sense, though. She was like the first to go, like, "What the hell were you thinking? Doing what the hell you did?" And then Pinkie Pie took over from there.
Yeah.
Fluttershy made a guy talk about his feelings. That was cool. Yeah.
That was funny though. I mean, I liked
People
that.
didn't use their wings enough in this movie. Like, I was like, why did you fall off that bridge when you can fly?
Well, Fluttershy
Yeah,
forgets that she can fly all the time.
All the time.
But Twilight Sparkle and Rainbow Dash, come on, Twilight Sparkle maybe, but Rainbow Dash, how the hell do you forget? Like, the first time they fell off a bridge, she just falls in the water with them. I'm like, come on, you're the one with the freaking reflexes. Do what you're meant to do. Prove to me that you're not a complete waste.
The time when they were like falling through the like falling from the bottom of the ship, and I'm like, come on, Fluttershy, remember you can fly. She's like, oh, I can't look, and covers her eyes with her wings. I'm like, oh, worst pony. Worst main six. Ugh.
There was the moment when Twilight Sparkle was putting together that air balloon, and then Rainbow Dash is just flying, and then she puts her in the box anyway.
Yeah, and
Rainbow
Rainbow Dash is pouty.
I don't need to
Like,
go.
bitch, I can fly. I don't need this shit.
What was your guys' favorite gag in the movie?
I don't know. There was a lot of funny moments in this movie, actually.
Cause-
You know what was my favorite was when someone, like, when they were hawking stuff, like, hey, give you this much for your hair. He's like, I want that picture of
I
your
want the
sister.
picture of your sister.
I wanted the picture of her sister.
Well,
How about that face that Pinkie Pie made when she started hucking cupcakes at people?
That was like some
Craziness.
Smile
She
HD
hunted
crap right
that one
there.
guy,
She
guy.
terrifies me.
That and the way they had that frosting splatter all over it. It's like they were
this whole animation reminds me of that little animation.
you know they were like, I need it to look bloody, but I don't want it to look bloody. How do we?
Exactly.
Remember, as long as you change it to a different color, it's PG.
It's fine. As long as it's pink, not red, you're fine.
Imagine if they used red frosting.
You remember freaking Capper using Spike as a flamethrower?
Yes, that one. Oh my god.
I don't know why, but my favorite little thing in the movie that for some reason made me laugh out, not like super out loud, but made me laugh in the movies, was in the water when they're in the freaking sea ponies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I always laughed when Applejack's hat just flew away and she went to go just put it back on her head. I don't know why I laughed at that.
I don't know why you laughed at that either.
It's kind of funny.
It was cute. It was funny. It was
cute.
a
It was
small
definitely
little detail that they didn't really need to add, but they did anyways, and it just
They did,
makes me
because
appreciate it
Applejack's
more.
best pony.
Applejack's worst pony.
When the
Applejack's
cat
best pony, go die.
Fluttershy's best pony.
Fluttershy's worst
Applejack.
pony.
You can go down.
Applejack is the best, you plebeian.
Thank you.
Fluttershy is the best. You
Shut
gosh
up.
dang
No,
freaking moron.
Rarity was the best in everything. She's beautiful.
Who's Rarity?
Get the hell out of the house.
Anyway,
Listen,
best pony debate aside.
If
Ronnie
being
was gonna say
beautiful
something.
made you the best at everything, then I'd be the best at everything, and that's clearly not the case.
I'm going to use that against you next time you're all upset about your looks.
Brawny. There's more
Heather.
to having pretty eyes, okay? You gotta have personality. You have to have strength. You have to have femininity and skill, which is everything Rarity possesses that you do not.
Oh yeah, strength. That's why she collapsed at the halfway up the mountain.
I meant strength of will, okay?
That's why
She
she
collapsed halfway down
she
the
collapsed.
No.
And she admitted that the bad days win and all.
Okay?
You
Fine.
lost, Heather.
No, I have not. I can never lose with Rarity. She has needles and she will get you. Where did she get
So-
that
To make a
thread
pretty
from?
dress?
I don't know. But what I was gonna say,
And those buttons. Where'd she get buttons from?
Probably just
I don't
something that was in his
Whatever she
house.
finds in Capper's house?
If he had those buttons, why didn't he put them on his coat
He
himself?
probably
had to
didn't
have
know
that.
how.
Lazy.
Anyway,
something-
Brawny was saying.
yeah, something I was gonna say earlier is that when Capper was using Spike as a flamethrower, I quipped and started singing Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows, and every Team Fortress 2 player in the room
I was
just
gonna
lost their crap.
Oh no!
I'm sure. Well, I made the reference I made with my friends during the movie was actually a banter on one of the worst songs in the movie proper. for me anyway, which is ironic because they were clearly trying to market that particular song more than any others, was the Rainbows. And I sort of quipped to my friend, like, they're singing like, oh, I can see rainbows, and the Fizzle Pop, apparently is her name, have the fireworks going on, and I'm like, baby, you're a firework, because honestly, that song fit the situation better than the stupid Rainbows song. That made no sense in the context.
I was
of the movie.
really
It was
surprised.
very blah.
I was really surprised at the beginning when they used that "We Got the Beat" song. Like I didn't expect them to pull a cover.
Yeah, they made a pony cover of "We Got the Beat." I was like, oh snap! Especially since that song is very 90s. I'm like, so is this a nostalgic movie or not?
I guess it could
I
be.
Just heard of Sia before this movie. Did
Yeah.
anyone?
No,
I love Sia.
I felt bad. I clearly was supposed to know who she was, but I didn't.
I mean, you don't have to know who Sia is. It's not like it's a crime.
Well, you
that
sort
don't
of
know.
do though, because that pony has no other character other than she's a famous pop star.
Every other time I've listened to Sia's music, all I did was see my way to the nearest exit.
But
I see what you did there.
See, I'm more of
Yeah.
a like alternative rock person, so someone who's
Oh.
very pop central is probably going to go under my radar.
Okay, although I actually have Songbird Serenade's piggy bank that they sell. Like, I saw it and I was just like, I have most of the ponies. I should have her too. Was not impressed with it.
I like her design, mostly because it just fit with the real life person, because usually the real life person covers her eyes during concerts and stuff.
The bow is stupid.
The bow was stupid. It
You know
looked
what?
like she stole it from Apple Bloom.
You're stupid.
And it was just like, haha, I stole from a child.
What, you don't do that on a regular basis?
No, I do not. And the fact that you might concerns me.
You don't even have kids to steal from, Brawny.
He finds other people's kids, apparently.
That's a little bit more. That's more concerning if he finds them.
That went in a bit of a different direction than I expected it.
Should I cut this?
No, I need
No, don't
like,
cut
I need
anything.
this for
Cut
evidence
nothing.
just in case Brawny comes out as a serial pedo killer.
I've got a better idea. From now on, let's not have podcasts at 1 a.m.
I have.
It's only 1 a.m. for you.
Hey, you had a choice.
Yep, and I
And you
made
were
my
forced
choice,
to it.
and now I'm regretting it.
You know, so we haven't been hearing much from Flutters.
We
No.
haven't. What do you think, hon?
Oh.
Now, let me tell you why that's wrong.
Oh gosh darn it, Bronny, shut the hell up and let the woman speak.
Now, Brownie, let me tell you why her opinion of that was completely justified. You gosh
No,
dang
shut the hell up
plebeian.
and let her speak. You,
Okay.
you
Hold on. Hold on. What did you think of the movie, Flutters?
It was okay. The animation was great and all this. You only have a couple of good songs in there. And like you said, the hippogriffs were kind of useless. What was the point of getting them in the movie for no apparent reason?
Exactly.
Toys.
Besides
Yeah,
toys.
Sell the market and all.
Oh, hold on. Can we talk about the most tragic thing in this movie?
What's
Oh my
that?
god.
Derpy.
As the
Yes, stoned her.
Oh my gosh!
And think about this. Hold on. Hold up.
Everyone,
Okay, no.
Did Rainbow Dash get
Yes.
derpy and then did
Yes, she did.
Yes, the most
And then-
tragic thing ever is Rainbow Dash literally took someone from the crowd just to throw it right in front of Twilight, just to save Twilight. That's kind of sadistic.
Are you sure that's what happened? Because I thought Derpy might have jumped in front of her.
No, Rainbow Dash swooped and probably just left Derpy right there. And just,
But are you sure? Are you sure though? And it
Yes.
wasn't Derpy making a heroic swoop herself.
No.
No, there was
And the-
clearly a rainbow swoop right
There was
there.
the
So
rainbow
one of two
swoop.
things happened. Either Rainbow put Derpy there, or Derpy was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay, and
I like to believe that Derpy made a heroic attempt.
Rainbow Dash
and
is just
Rainbow
Dash is just a jerk.
Rainbow Dash just took Twilight away, but Derpy jumped in front of Twilight at the same moment.
So then what would have happened if that was true is that they would have all crashed into each other and they all would have been petrified.
And also,
No,
it's a gas, so I'm pretty sure Derpy's heroic thing would have just touched Twilight anyways.
Yeah, but there had to be enough time for Rainbow to get out of there, right?
That's why Rainbow swooped, left Derpy there, and took Twilight. End of story. Rainbow Dash is an asshole.
Why couldn't Derpy have gone there herself in a big heroic? I want Derpy to be a hero. Dang it!
Because that's not what happens, sweetie.
It's much.
Time to ground yourself back in reality, sweetie.
Okay.
Somewhere in the place.
I
Okay,
want Derpy
sweetie.
to be the real hero of this movie.
Derpy is my favorite pony. As much as I would love that too, unfortunately, that's not what happens.
Shut the hell up! Derpy is the real hero.
Yes. And they make Rainbow Dash one.
Rainbow Dash just took the credit. It was really Derpy.
But guys, you're missing the point here. None of us can say we have a valid opinion until Flutters agrees with it. Flutters, what do you think?
I still say Rainbow Dash.
You're wrong, and let me tell you why.
All right, hold up.
All right,
Okay.
I promise that'll be the last time I make that joke, Flutters. Go ahead.
It'll never be the last joke. That's like my life with you.
Go ahead, Flutters.
I guess I would have to say, yeah, she might have gone in there to either throw herself in front or just push her out of the way to protect her and all. But still, you would see Rainbow Dash just dashing in and saving her, and maybe a bad timing.
All right, let me tell you why you're wrong.
Oh my
Shut the
god!
hell up, bitch.
You son of a.
Pause it.
Ugh. Sweetie said a swear.
So
Yes.
what? She gets away with it.
You guys have been cussing at each other all night. I don't know what you're talking.
Shut
What?
up.
Heather, don't tell me what to do.
Heather,
I will tell you what to do. I am your father.
You know, that's supposed to be my line, so I'm gonna let you have it. I don't have. I'm so offended that
being
you
my
stole my
father-
line.
You being anyone's father would be very believable, so it's not fun.
All right, whatever.
Shut up.
Oh, Brawny,
Oh,
thank
Brawny,
you for that.
there's one thing you want me to say to you that'll make you feel better. My date didn't have a good beard like you. His beard wasn't as good.
That has absolutely no relevance to anything we're talking about here.
But did it
She
make you
was
feel
cheating
good?
on you, but she
everybody
felt bad
shut
about
up. Let's continue about talking about the movie.
Okay, so all right, well, since Heather posed that whatever that was to us, maybe we can transition into the general movie-going experience. How'd you guys fare during yours? Was the crowd all right?
There was no crowd. Maybe
nope.
5 other people at the theater. It was nice. It was
think
a
it was
really, it was a really big theater. They used the good one.
like Heather, I saw it twice. First time, I was late, but I went with a couple friends, and there were really only 2 other groups of people, and we were snarking back and forth, and then I felt bad that the group of people in front were kids, and I'm like, oh shoot, I wasn't checking the rating of my jokes. I think they were PG. Then the second time, it was just me in the theater for a while, and then these 2 other people came in later. But yeah, that was pretty chill too. But yeah, that was so I could see the first few minutes that I didn't get to see because I was late because I suck.
I had the same experience. The theaters were very, not very many people. The first time I went, though, I had 2 kids with me. I promised to I promised my niece a while ago that I wanted to see it with her first, and my nephew just kind of tagged along. And the problem with that was that, of course, it's with 2 kids, and that can't be great, especially since my niece had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the movie, and I was like, you have to go to the bathroom now. She's like, yes, I have to go now, and I'm like, fine. So I missed the middle of it when they were first meeting the hippogriffs. I didn't get to see the beginning of that. But apparently I didn't miss much, because I saw it today, and I was just like, oh, not it? Oh, okay. And the second time I saw it was with a dude, so that was fine. there wasn't very many people. That's what's getting me about this. This is opening weekend, isn't it? Like, is my
Yeah.
not doing that good?
I don't think it is.
Well, I
which is
guess-
sad.
You
I guess
know
we'll
what?
find out later.
I went to go see Kingsman opening weekend, and there was like nobody in the theater. So I guess My Little Pony is doing just as good as Kingsman.
Well, yeah.
Well, theaters in general aren't doing as well.
I love
Like
theaters. I don't know
movies,
why.
True.
movies are doing fine. Movies are doing better than they've ever done in history. Theaters are not doing so well.
And to be
Um,
honest, the movie did leak.
Yeah, which breaks my heart.
So
Everything's been leaking lately. I don't know who this leak is, but they got
I know.
Figure-
They've got a mole in there. They need to deal with that.
they've got multiple moles in there. There's no
They
way
have-
it's
They have to be doing that on purpose. It has to be.
Oh,
somebody.
absolutely.
well. We'll find that out eventually.
Or not.
I actually had a really good theater experience this time. The past two times I've seen a My Little Pony movie in theaters, there's Equestria Girls and Rainbow Rocks. The Equestria Girls one was in with the Central Florida Bronies, and there were like hundreds of us there. We filled the place to standing room only, and everybody was just being wild and crazy, way more than you ever should be in any public place or even any private place, really. Then I saw Rainbow Rocks in the theaters in Canada with one of my friends, and that was a really small group, but they were still equally as crazy. And so this time, when I organize this event and I show up and I gather up everybody together and I said, "Hey guys, how's it going? Let's be civil and respect the space and respect others that are going to be there that might not be with our group and might not know what a brony is or understand." And they were like, "Yeah." And then everybody went in and had a great time. And yeah, there was a little bit of heckling, and I'll admit a couple of the jokes were from me, but nobody missed any part of the movie because of the heckling or because of the laughing or anything like that. So it was a filled up theater, which was really nice over here. But it was a very good experience. Yeah, I got to share it with some of the people there.
So, how was your viewing experience, Flutters?
In theaters, not really.
Oh, that's right. You watched it on your computer.
Yes.
Pirate, heathen.
Because I have no one to watch, so I might as
So?
well.
I saw it alone. The second time I watched it, I was all by myself.
She doesn't want to go alone.
I'm
You
embarrassed,
gotta support
okay?
the movie. You gotta support the movie.
Why be embarrassed to be a brony? Be proud.
Well, from now on, we're just going to have to refer to Flutters as a pigeon
Thank you.
or
Okay.
a parrot of some kind. Basically, you're a bird
Why?
Pretty much.
because the pirates.
But the pirates were birds.
You don't get it?
They were birds.
My God.
I hear like British people call their loved ones pigeons. Like, oh, how you doing, pigeon? Or pigeon's
I've
cute.
never heard a British person say
No,
that.
The only time I've ever heard someone refer to their loved one as a pigeon was from Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, see, that's probably where I got it from. I don't know. I've heard someone look to someone lovingly and be like, "Oh, how you doing, pigeon?"
There's
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
be
pretty sure
some
you
kind
got
of
that from
story
Lady and the
behind that.
Tramp.
I should start
cannot-
calling Flutters Raven.
Is
Why?
she that gloomy? Is she that edgy?
Nevermore.
Nevermore, nevermore. I wish I had friends.
And I'm going to refer to
Never
Brownie
more.
as chicken.
Wouldn't you
Really?
be a
You want
turkey?
to go with rooster or cock?
But
No, chicken.
I am a peacock.
Chicken.
I am the prettiest of the large birds.
Uh,
I think it'd be an ostrich.
Oh, wait, you know what? I know. He's a dodo.
I just got the ostrich one.
He's a dodo.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Harry will be in a minute.
How about...
So, were we going to talk about the movie or something, or?
I don't know.
Wait,
Brownie,
I'm running out.
Brownie
I
brought
have
up
two more.
birds
Hold
and
on.
stuff. I don't know what happened.
Hold on, I have two more. Vulture, bald eagle. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Right on.
okay. So there's one thing we've only barely touched upon. So let's see. Open up your eyes.
And she's kicked.
Yes, that was a good song.
Where I
Let's see.
stand.
Hey, Sweetie Bloom.
Brownie, do you want to do a
Bloom.
podcast, just
Yes.
me and you?
Hang on just a second there, Louie. Sweetie Bloom, the pancake school called. They need you to go give them lessons in flatness.
Shut the hell up.
Louie, I don't
You know,
think
it
the
was
two
beautiful.
of us together...
You're just jealous.
Louie, I don't think the two of us together would make a very good podcast alone. Unfortunately, we need these fools.
You would be pretty disappointing, wouldn't it?
You're a fool to think that singing skill is just the tip of the iceberg.
Huh, Brownie?
Don't singing, girls.
Much. I was sitting next to one of my friends during this movie here, and when that one pigeon came up, the pirate with the rolling eyes,
Yeah.
I leaned over and I said, "Hey, I think that's Crackle's cousin."
A bit. So, yeah, we haven't really touched on the new characters much, because I know that Heather was gushing about Capper.
All right.
So,
So,
Who the
Grumble.
heck
Tempest a lot
let
and
the
the Storm
furry-
King. We talked about
Who the heck
Tempest
let the furry onto the staff?
He was a beautiful kitty.
He was.
Okay, come on. Can we get into the shipping? Let's get into the shipping. Rarity and Capper.
Yes,
It's forever.
I still
Bronny,
think
you
that
sure you don't want to do a
Twilight and the
podcast, just
Popstar
me and
Pony
you?
were the real ship.
Oh my God.
Which I go back to, where did Rarity get those buttons from?
I don't know.
Just
House,
or
or
she
she
a little
just
sewing
killed
kit in her hair or something. I mean, I like that headcanon that she would.
Well, she'd keep it in Pinkie Pie's hair.
My
would
favorite
mess
ship
her
is
up
Tempest
her
and that
eyes
fish
or
creature.
Please totally the sewing kit for me, just in
Yeah,
case.
that was a question I had. How the heck were those fish? Just those were fish that were walking around on the land there in in the desert. There was a shark. I was like, the last time I saw this, it was called Street Sharks. It
Street
was on
Shark, I love that.
Nickelodeon, and it wasn't any good. Why is it in my pony movie? I don't want.
Where were they supposed to go? They got canceled.
That was an awful show, but I loved it, and I don't know why.
Was he the one that wanted a picture of Pinky's sister?
There were a few.
He might have been.
There were a few fish there.
There were,
and
yeah.
I don't know why they were there. I really don't know why they had to be fish.
And I think they even like had gills and shit. It's like, how the hell are you surviving?
And how about the pigs?
Obviously,
Why
there's
Hey,
a very big, massive water not far away from that town.
Hey,
so-
guys. Don't forget about the subculture of the scalies and fish people in the furry fandom.
Okay, I think
Apparently.
we're done there. But now your fursonas are totally acceptable in the My Little Pony.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
I
There's a
also
whole
don't
land of
understand.
kitties.
I also don't understand the pigs. Well, what's the difference between those pigs and the pigs that Applejack has on her farm?
Well,
and
these
half-
ones smell worse.
Well, it's never
They
been
were-
established that the ones on Applejack's farm can speak.
Those are pigs. What we saw were hogs.
Warthogs.
Actually, the only difference between a pig and a hog is how much they weigh, and I bet you anything that the record-breaking one was in fact a hog.
Alrighty then. Oh, and how about how Tempest straight up murdered that naked mole rat?
He might have been alive. He said something after she electrocuted him. He may have
Yeah.
survived.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. and as soon as he showed up and was on the screen at the same time as Tempest and started like smushing her face like Heather does to us every time she gets drunk, I was like,
Yes.
oh,
I did not do that. You can't prove anything.
this naked mole rat is going to die. This
Yeah.
naked mole rat is going to die. She's going to kill that naked mole rat, and the naked mole rat is dead.
Yeah, but,
God, it's like
but
I
can
love.
we say when he did smush her face, she looked adorable.
She did look adorable.
She really did look adorable, mad and confused.
She's all squishy angry. She's so
She
cute.
put, to her credit, she put up with that crap a lot longer than I thought she would.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of her backstory, by the way? I gotta say, it was better than Starlight's.
It was kind of
that.
sad.
That's all I can give it, though.
I just like it because it was during my favorite song of the movie.
It was.
It really was.
It was good.
Best song of the movie.
And
Yes.
the return of an Ursa
Like,
Minor. I mean, that thing might. We saw that thing.
Major. I think that was an Ursa Major, darling.
No, the
was a
Ursa
minor.
Major.
Minor.
The Ursa Major was
sure?
purple.
Oh, that's right. The Ursa Major was a different color. I forgot. Okay.
We saw that thing got babied, and then we see it like brutally maul a pony for real.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah, this movie was pretty dark.
Yeah. By, MLP standards.
Here when her little horn was broken.
Heather, quick! You need to get the medicine. Sweetie's got pastellus coloritis.
Oh,
She's
gosh,
going
should
to
I put the
infect us
swatches?
all.
It's just because the rest of you are brown ponies.
The Flutters isn't a
I'm
Except
brown.
for
not
Flutters.
brown. I'm blue.
Except for Flutters. Flutters and I are the only ones that are actually colorful.
You two
Fine.
are.
I'll change my color to be
polka dots.
black. All of the
That's
colors.
That's
Like
frickin'
my
worse, you
soul.
You edge pony.
I'll be all of the colors now.
Stop
So you'll be a rainbow color.
Black
Yes.
is all of them.
Mixed
Well-
together.
It's
It's
still
great.
better than Toon Critic.
I knew you were
It
going
always
to make
will.
that. I'm like, there's an easy Toon Critic joke here. I'm not going to make it. Oh, Brawny will make it. Of course he will.
Oh,
Da, 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Fucking-
Because
I'll be
Toon
here
Critic's
all
gonna
week.
see this because he's in on everybody's podcast.
There's no way in heck he's going to see this.
Oh, well,
No
then that's
way
the
in
difference.
hell is Toon Critic gonna see this. Unless Sweetie
Just
sends it
talk
to
about how
him.
stupid he is.
Unless
I might directly link him to this just to spite all of y'all. Be like, watch this. It's super important.
Unless he
I'm pretty
comments.
sure-
Okay,
Talk
hold
about
on, hold
how
on, hold on.
his OC has a stupid goatee now.
And unless he comments on this, I'm not gonna believe you.
He's not.
Okay, I'll get him.
Toon
to,
Critic has the worst OC ever. His hat is stupid, and the color scheme is gosh dang retarded. And he needs to just murder that OC and make something different.
I
know.
am going
Why
to get
did he-
him
why
to
does he even
comment
have
on
shoes?
this
Why does
just
he
to
have
spite
shoes?
you.
Do it, I dare you.
He
He's
doesn't
not gonna
have
watch the whole
shoes, he's
thing.
part zebra.
Oh my god, that is. I can't even begin on how dumb
Part
that is.
zebra, more like part
He doesn't wear
stupid.
shoes, He doesn't
We're
have
doing
bracelets.
this.
He's part.
I can't believe our podcast of the MLP movie has dissolved into a Toon Critic roast that you all are convinced he's
Toon
not going to
Critic.
see, but
Let
I'm
me
going
tell
to
you about
show it
this
to
guy.
him anyway to
So not
spite
good.
all of you.
Gee, for a guy named
so
Toon Critic,
boring and
he
so
sure
lame,
doesn't
I
know how
never
to
actually got to
critic
talk.
his own tunes.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, my
Sweetie is
goodness.
like making notes of time codes as we do this.
I am. I
For,
legit.
Time
when
for
you-
blackmail
when you give me-
material.
Yes.
Wait, what is she gonna blackmail
Well, the
who
very
with?
beginning is blackmail material with your shipping line towards Heather. So
Hey,
there's
I
hey.
that.
don't know that Louis gonna cut that
Hey.
out.
I
Tell
can cut
Louis
that
that.
out. I have the power here.
Don't do it, man.
I can cut everything we
Don't
say
do it,
bad.
no.
I can
Don't take the
bleep
coward's way
everything.
out. Leave everything as is.
In
So
fact, while
if
we're-
we're back
while
on
we're-
the topic of shipping,
Oh,
We're not even on the topic of shipping, you gosh dang
accurate
stupid.
and rarity is a thing that's happening in everyone's minds, all right? Because
No.
it was so
no,
obvious.
it's
No,
not.
it's not happening. It's not happening in my mind
How
whatsoever,
is it
and you
telling
need to
why
stop
it's gonna
talking about it.
happen?
It's
And
never
please,
gonna
for the love of
happen.
God, no one bring up
You
the spiky
need-
cat penis.
Too late. Barbed
Ow.
penis now in everyone's head. Thanks for that.
It's not
Heather,
gonna
I'm
work.
going
It's
to
going
hurt
to.
you. I'm
It's going to
going
break her.
physically hurt you the
Go
next
ahead,
time
do
I
it.
see you.
Do it. I dare you. I dare you. I want you to do it, Brawny.
Brawny,
Well,
hey
it's gonna
Heather,
happen.
Heather,
And you're gonna regret those
hold
words.
up, Brawny, shut up, you weakling. Brawny will not do it. Definitely, we all know Brawny won't hurt you, but I will, and you know I will.
I'm going to
you know
going
what,
to
Louis?
pick up
I want you
Louis.
to hurt me from all the way over there while I'm right here. Go ahead and try.
No,
do it.
the next time we're hanging out, I'm gonna grab Louis by the ankles and use him as a battering ram. I guess.
You're
Yeah.
gonna try to pick him up.
I dare you to do. I want you to. I want you to lift him. I want to see if you can do it. I legit will be impressed if you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do it.
Can't we just clothesline her?
I see that now.
So this has been our thoughts on the MLP movie, everyone.
Disappointment.
All right, everybody. If that's the end of it, how about we end off the show by saying good?
Is it me or did she cut out?
She cut out.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say,
probably
did she intentionally like?
And that's
That
probably
was
for
so
the better.
perfectly timed.
All
I
right.
thought she did that intentionally.
I'm pretty sure it is time to end this. Let's just end it with everyone's score review or however they want to end their thoughts on this movie. I enjoyed this movie. I would probably maybe go see it again once. That's about it. 2 times only. There goes Heather, and now she's back. That's weird. Anyways.
Okay, you guys, didn't you?
Hold on.
No, we didn't.
We did it. You
actually.
just cut out.
It was perfectly timed, Heather. You went, we should end this podcast by.
Shit. I was gonna say, let's end this podcast by saying who our favorite ship was from the movie. Mine was Captain
Okay, no.
Rarity.
Can I finish?
Mine
I
was
was
Twilight X the Pop Pony. Whatever her name was, I forget.
Songbird Serenade. It was actually a
Songbird,
good
yeah.
name. Don't forget it. It was a
To be
good
fair.
name.
It just
You
wasn't a
done?
good character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I finish my thoughts?
No.
So I can
Yeah.
finally outro this
Oh.
thing?
No.
Let me tell you why you're wrong, Louis. It's what y'all
No,
been
no,
doing.
go.
Flutters.
Go.
That's what I've been doing, the flutters, and it was hilarious when I did it.
I didn't know how you did it.
I thought it was a good
trying to poke
callback.
He did it
Thank you.
perfectly.
I'll just let this
I
finish.
appreciate the pity compliment, Heather. Makes me feel good.
It's okay. It's okay. You were funny. You're very good.
So
They're so
Yeah.
annoying.
my favorite ship of the movie was Sparity, and Spike and Rarity, and I score it. And I score it 6 stars out of 5 bad cat personas. So good movie. I had
Brawny,
Brawny, what have I told you about
ship's
your
a toy ship? Snap!
fun. What?
Ronnie,
I have no idea what either of you said because you're
Ronnie,
talking
look,
over.
look,
each other.
Ronnie, what have I told you about your opinion?
You know what, Heather? I liked you better when you were called Fallen Wish.
Oh, okay.
shit.
Hold on.
I liked it when everyone thought you were a filthy earth pony instead of a weird peg-eye quibble.
You know, when I put you and Sweetie Bloom side by side, I really can't tell the difference.
Bronny, to be honest, I like Ben Saint better than you.
Oh.
Ooh, snap! This
that
is getting
hurt.
harsh, man.
That hurts me. How could you do that to me after all I've done?
It was a good opportunity. Come on, Bronny. If you had the chance to put that sick of a bird, you would do it. You would do it.
What has this turned into?
I don't know.
A roast savage.
This is some serious crap right now.
Is this the podcast about the movie, or is this the roast of our group?
The friendship dissolving and
God, this is worse than Monopoly.
The My Little Pony movie is tearing us apart.
I deserve that. I freaking deserve that for the beginning of this podcast.
did.
You actually kind of did.
You sort of did. Almost.
But that was actually a really good quip, I gotta say.
It was great. It was great. Let's keep patting you on the back for that. It was good. It's a good time. Jeez, I feel bad. All I could do was call him a cripple. I mean, it's obvious and painful, but who hasn't heard him on that level?
Honestly, that just came out from the top of my head.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I want to paint a picture of it. It was so good.
How are you gonna paint a picture of that? You're gonna just have me like hugging Ben Saint and Brownie over there, just angry.
Can we, okay, I think we're done.
Okay. Can I finally outro with all of our scores and what our thoughts?
Okay, yeah.
Well, I
you
already
forget.
told you my score. and
Okay,
thoughts.
Brownie, he's already said his stuff. Like, Jesus, I don't know if I should keep any of this.
Keep all of it. Don't you dare cut a second of this.
Okay. Anyways, good movie. It was good. I give it a 8 out of 10. It was good. Sweetie, your final thoughts.
Average story, slightly above average songs, very above average animation. I'm gonna give it a A for acceptable.
All right, Heather, your thoughts.
I wasn't impressed. It was nice to look at. I love that. Didn't get as much character moments as I wanted, but there was shipping fuel, and that's pretty much all I can ask for. So, 7 out of 10.
All right, finally, Flutters, the best opinion. What was your final thoughts on this movie?
Gee, thanks.
I said the best opinion.
Whatever.
I just wanted her to suddenly go like, meh, and then be it. that's the best opinion.
Meh.
You ruined it, Heather. Yeah.
Okay, so your thoughts. Final thoughts.
Yeah. Animation was good. The storyline was a little bit messy, I guess. The characters were alright. Well, the new ones, just saying. But, yeah, it was alright. The villain was kind of out of balance. Not very much. The songs, you got a couple good ones there. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Alright. So basically meh.
It's basically a meh. Anyways, so that's all for the MLP / scolding each other podcast. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully we never do this again.
Oh, you will sooner or later.
You better have frickin' recorded this.
Let's see. Oh my sweetie, I'm sorry to say, but none of it was
no terrible actor of me and Brawny being shipped. No evidence at all.
Yes.
What if it was like actually not recorded? Would you be mad?
I would be livid if you had not recorded it. Be absolutely beside myself because we need all that apparently random as hell Toon Critic roasting in the middle of it. For no,
I'm gonna
scaring me.
You're gonna be so happy when I upload this. You're gonna be like, oh, finally I can show Toon Critic the specific part. Then you're gonna see that I had edited out.
I'm gonna kick your ass if you do. Please keep every single moment.
I withheld my best.
I'm sure you did. I'm
pretty sure
like,
most of us
holding back.
Most of us held back. There's a lot to do with a lot of material with Toon Critic, isn't there?
For the love of Pete.
I'm just saying. Okay, let's. Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. This has been great. Not really, but we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.